What's happening, YouTube? Prodigy here. Just getting back from normal Sunday locals. It had been a while since I've been up there. Uh, per my other video, I have had a lot of stuff going on, but it went well. I didn't lose any matches with the hero deck, which I mean I guess is to be expected. Um, Not necessarily because of anything besides the fact that I mean it's just a good deck. Um, they were probably I would say about 20 people in the tournament. I placed first, which was cool. It was good. Met a lot of cool people. I mean that there are a lot of the same like normal people, but it's the only shop really down here in Tampa. So um, there's always some newbies that come through. Um, but yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I am a little tired. I was up there for like 8 or 9 hours. So not just for the tournament, but also for trades and stuff like that. But it was good. It was good. I enjoyed myself. Um, but that brings me to my next point. I just wanted to make a comment on this. I'm not really going to get too into it, but because I mean everybody's going to have their own opinion about this. But like in my opinion, and this is in regards to the term net decking. Um, Honestly, I mean there are tens of thousands of cards in this game, and to have to make a deck, a 40, 50 card deck, and having to choose from these tens of thousands of cards, and then make a combination of them that can that you either want to have fun with or you're going to win with. I mean, that can be tough. Um, so the level of creativity, it's going to be limited as it is. On top of the fact that we have this beautiful thing called the World Wide Web that we have access to now. Um, you know, my thing is not net decking. I mean, it's gonna happen. It's a part of the game. It's basically the whole essence of the meta. My thing is net decking and then not being able to play the deck that you've built. I mean, everyone's gonna be a little shady on ruling sometimes, because there's all these, well, if it says if or says or, if it just says, when summoned, spell speed, things like that. I get that. No one's gonna be perfect, but in all honesty, like if you're just playing a deck just because it's something that you saw, but you don't really even know like the general, strategy behind the deck, that's annoying. Not so much the fact that you got the deck off the internet, because honestly, like, I mean, a lot of duelists, like, myself, some of my other subscribers or people that I'm subscribed to, like, I don't know, Value Enthusiast, Dragon Duelist Girl, um, Emma Blue Eyes 10, all the people who I always shout out to, by the way, big ups to you guys out there. Um, we've basically made an internet career off of people who net deck. I mean, there would be no YouTube if it was not for the net deckers. So I'm not gonna sit here and like chastise somebody because they utilize the internet for deck tips. I'm not gonna do it, because I mean um, I'd be pretty crazy for doing that. Because honestly, and this was way back in like March, when I wasn't sure what I wanted to run because I knew dragons were gonna get spammed and super meta when the structure deck and heretics came out. And I just don't like running decks like that. Not necessarily because everybody else runs it, but just because I don't know, it's just not really my style. So I started running heroes back then, and I got my initial idea from YouTube. And I mean, people do it all the time. So I'm guilty of it, you know. And but what I did do is practice with the deck on Dueling Network, play some of my friends, make little improvements so that it fits more or less my playing style. app. It wasn't like I just jacked off the internet and then started playing with it without ever knowing, how the deck is supposed to work. So I'm not against net deckers. I'm against net deckers who don't know what they're doing. So yeah, I just want to put that out there. And to anyone who like gets on YouTube of all places and says, "Oh, you shouldn't be net decking," blah 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 blah. Well, I mean, honestly, like that's what keeps YouTube alive and popular. So, to all you net deckers out there, it's not a big deal what you're doing. Just know what you're doing before you do it. So that's all I really have to say. Heroes did reign supreme today. I pretty much wrecked everyone. There was a match. My longest match was against a Gusto Psychic variant. I did struggle a little bit just because of all the recycling and the recycling. Like I almost um, decked out. I was down to my last two cards and I parallel world fusion. Um, Gemini sparked one of their synchros. It's the synchro, and I don't remember the name, but basically your the opponent, being me at the time, would take any battle damage as a result of anything that occurred between itself and another card. So I Gemini sparked that um, after playing Parallel World Fusion, so I can get rid of it and not deck out basically. I had I just got an adoration from it, and some other synchro. It's probably the Shining. That's the most common play, and winning for games. So, um, but yeah, I didn't. I mean, the decks, that's probably the reason why it's so popular. The deck is just extremely versatile. Um, Whatever type of monster or deck. I mean, windups, I completely wrecked. Um, well, I won't say completely wrecked. I mean, that was another close one too, but it wasn't as nearly as challenging as the Gusto. Um, I completely wrecked Heretics. That was easy, so easy. It's not even a threat at all. People are trying to bring Logos back, wreck that. Um, what else? Actually, there were a couple fairies. Of course, that was easy. Um, and what was another common one? The mirror match is fun. I had a lot of fun playing the mirror match. I actually had to side. That was the Monster Reborn situation I was telling you guys about in the last video. Definitely came in handy. Um, and that's really it. There were a couple six Sam decks, but I mean those are pretty easy to get around. Um, that six Sam, like I said, I've been out of the game for a while. That six Sam Exceed monster is pretty straight. I was shocked when I saw it. I had no idea. It's really been a long time, but yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I enjoyed myself. So um, to everybody out there in Tampa Bay, I hope to see you guys out Saturday for the Electronic Extravaganza tournament. That's going to be a lot of fun. Hope to see at least 50, 60 people in that tournament. Um, to all the new Game Academy people over in Orlando, big shout out to you guys. Um, and of course, everybody over in Hawaii, everybody at the Planet, everybody at Toy Links. Big shout out to you guys. I miss you all. And that's really it. So, Egyptian Prodigy signing out. Peace.